Good evening. I've got my daughter here and her boyfriend and my husband. All right. Here you go. All right. Good evening and thank you for joining us. Could you just imagine with me for a minute that you are a young child, alone in your bedroom, listening to your parents who are on drugs, screaming and fighting? You are so scared. Your mom starts screaming for help, and eventually there are policemen in your house, lots of them. A lady comes into your bedroom and she tells you that it's time to pack all your belongings and put them in a trash bag. She takes you out to her car and tells you that you're going to go with her and she's going to have a nice home that's going to take care of you. This is just one scenario of what it's like for a child to be taken from an unsafe environment and placed into the foster care system. My name is Jennifer Savala, and my husband and I have been foster parents now since 2013 of last year. It began for us when DHS brought us a little girl who was only 3 months old and her brother who was 1 year old. They were taken away when the little girl was covered in third-degree burns from a hot bathtub. Currently, we have 2 little boys. We've had them about 6 months. Our youngest one, he's 6 months old now. We got him when he was 2 days old, fresh out of the hospital. And our other guy is 2 years old. So we have our hands full and we are enjoying every minute of it. So I want to talk to you about foster care. We're going to talk about, firstly, the need for foster care in Oklahoma. We're going to talk about the steps and the process to becoming a licensed foster care home. And thirdly, we're going to discuss resources for foster parents. So there is a huge need for foster care just right here in Oklahoma. Currently, Oklahoma has 9,000 kids in foster care. Over 500 of those kids are up for adoption right now. There are 898 foster homes still needed today for children. To bring that a little closer to home, let's look at Washington County. According to okfosters.org, Washington County has 98 children in foster care, and 36 of those are in shelters, either because there's not a home available to them or they have some kind of special behavior needs. Second, let's talk about the requirements to become a licensed foster home. So you can go to okdhs.org to get a complete list of all of the qualifications and the steps in the process, and I'll share a few of them with you now. First of all, you would need to be at least 21 years old and in good health. You don't have to be married. You can be single, divorced, widowed, husband and wife, same-sex couple. That doesn't matter. You would need to be financially stable and able to support your own family financially before taking in any other children. All family members in the home would undergo an interview. It's called a home study. All adults living in the home, even adult children, which we have at the time, would need to have fingerprints done, background check, and a physical and a drug test. A home safety inspection will be done, so they're going to check for things like smoke detectors, fire alarms, fire extinguishers, carbon monoxide. They're going to make sure that you have all of your medicine locked up, your guns locked up. You can have pets. They need proof of pet vaccinations. Also, each child must have their own bed. Even if you have siblings, they can't be sleeping together with you. Babies cannot be sleeping in your bed. Actually, infants can only sleep in your room up to 1 year. Once a child turns a year old, they can't be in your room. They would need to have either their own bedroom or a bedroom with another child. Lastly, let's talk about resources for foster care parents. There are so many resources available. One is you will have a resource worker. Your resource worker is your worker that is there for you. They contact you once a month. They come to your house once a quarter. They share information with you, gives you lots of tips and information, and if you ever need help, they're there and you're able to reach out to them. Monthly stipend, that's always a big one. Everyone's concerned with, can I afford to bring a child into my home? Well, you do receive a monthly stipend for each child in your home, and the payment depends on the age of the child. If you are a working parent, if both parents are working, both parents are out of the home during the day, you will receive free childcare for the children that are childcare age. And then if you have older children and they need to go to before or after care, that will be paid for as well. Healthcare is covered. Each of the kids get a Sooner Care card, and so all their medical needs, vision, dental will be covered. And then having infants, formula is a big concern. Formula for our infant is around $200 a month. So infant formula, food, cereal, that's all covered by WIC. And for older children, like our 2-year-old, we get milk, eggs, bread, cereal, peanut butter, that kind of thing. There is also an association called Foster Care and Adoption Association. This is an organization that empowers, supports, and advocates for these families, advocates even at a state level. They do have a Facebook community, which I'm a part of and have found very supportive. If you ever have any questions, concerns, or just want to reach out and talk to another foster parent to see if they're going through the same kind of thing that you're going through, it's a great Facebook community. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me tonight and letting me share with you about foster care. I hope that you've learned something new about the need for foster care in Oklahoma, the process to becoming a foster parent, and the support that's available to you. If you are interested in helping a child, please consider opening your home and becoming a foster parent. Thanks for your time.